everybody, I'm Mr. Wright, and welcome to Wright at the Movies. Today, I'm talking about Marvel's Daredevil. For those who don't know, Netflix just started their big Marvel universe, and they're going to do the exact same thing the movies did. They're going to have a bunch of solo series, and then they're all going to team up in a big team-up series called The Defenders. But Netflix wants to get a bunch of series that are all gritty, street-level heroes, so that they don't really bump elbows with the movie ones. So starting their whole corner of the Marvel universe is Daredevil. Daredevil is a blind superhero. He got blinded by a bunch of chemicals when he was a kid, and now he can't see. But because there were a bunch of radioactive chemicals, and this is comic book land, all of his other senses get supercharged. So even though he can't see, his ears, his nose, his touch are all now superpowered. Like a sonar sense. By day, he's a lawyer. By night, he's Daredevil. Man, being a blind superhero must be so hard. I can't imagine even walking around my own house without eyes. Oh, he's such a good lawyer that he can listen to you talk, and he knows whether or not you're lying because he can hear your heartbeat. He can smell the sweat on your forehead. He's awesome. He's one of my favorite Marvel characters ever. He may be one of my favorite characters, period. I love the idea of taking like a disability and making it a strength. Holy crap. Okay, can we talk about the...
It was in my blood, and I would do anything to make it a better place.
And how about the... And oh my god, what about the...
You and I have a lot in common. We're nothing alike.
I love the cinematography in this. It's this dark, gritty feel to it, both in subject matter and in actual lighting. This show is so dark.
What are you gonna do?
Whatever it takes.
The fight choreography feels gritty and real, and I love that. Everything about the Marvel Universe so far has been fun and just kind of like an escape. You know, Captain America and Iron Man, it's all fun. Fighting never feels hard. Daredevil gets his ass kicked on a regular basis. I love the fact that it's still in the greater Marvel Universe, even though they probably won't hang out much. Having them all in one world is always so exciting. While they're off fighting Ultron or Thanos or whatever they're doing, Daredevil's down on the streets fighting pimps and drug dealers. I love that balance, you know, so that not everyone is just taking on the big guys and no one's defending the little guys. Like, it's really, really great. It makes the world feel real. Matt Murdock is played by Charlie Cox, who is so likable as the main character.
We're gonna make a difference. I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but we are.
He's so likable as both Daredevil and Matt Murdock, and that is really, really important in playing superheroes. A lot of people struggle with that duality because whenever you sign up to play a superhero, you're basically playing at least two characters. There's Daredevil, who's dark and gritty and miserable, and then there's Matt Murdock, who's blind but kind of funny and sarcastic and always tries to make the best of everything, and it's really, really hard to put them together and make it feel like one person. He succeeds. He can be charming and dark. Everyone is so great in their character portrayals. Everybody. Karen is really, really likable, and they allude to a lot of the darkness in her past, which, if you read the comics, there's a lot of it. Foggy is very much the comic relief, and at first I wasn't crazy about him, but he definitely grows on you. Even Ben Urich's whole storyline really gets to your heart. Even though it doesn't strictly follow one comic book, it takes bits and pieces from a lot of different comic books of Daredevil and puts it together. So even though it's not a very strict retelling of Daredevil, it takes what is important about Daredevil and then uses that. All that's important is that it feels like Daredevil, and this definitely does. But above everything else, the thing that makes this show shine more than anything is Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. His Kingpin is so awesome.
I respect your conviction. The lone man thinks he can make a difference.
And so scary. And really weird and different. Marvel struggles with so many villains. They've never had a great villain. All of their villains, like Thor 2 guy, and Iron Man 2, and Iron Man 3 guy, and everybody on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they've never had a great villain. Someone really deep, something really just awesome. They've never had it. Until now. Kingpin is one of the coolest and richest and just really fun to dissect characters in all of the Marvel Universe. He's always so smooth and sexy in the comics. This Kingpin is like awkward. This Kingpin's uncomfortable. He's not good in social situations. It feels like he just learned how to talk to people out of a book, but you feel the power behind him still. And when he gets mad, whew, he gets mad. Binge watching it felt like an experience. I loved losing myself in the Marvel Universe for 13 hours. The term binge watching is very, very appropriate because that's exactly what it felt like. A drug binge. After it was done, it was this huge experience that made me feel so good, but now it's done and I just want one more hit. If I had to say anything bad about it, anything at all, it's that the middle drags on a little bit. Some of the lighting in certain scenes is really, really, really dark. And we don't get a lot of time with the red suit, which I guess is fine, but I'm just a big fan of the character and I really wanted to see a good adaptation of him in the red suit, jumping around, being all cool. I like the suit, I just don't know if I love it.
I'm just trying to make my city a better place.
It gave me a solid, wonderful, nerdy, binge-watching experience and I loved it. He's one of my favorite characters and I cannot express how happy I am that they finally got him right. Overall, this was an amazing 13-hour experiment from Marvel. Having comic book writers write the adaptations of the comic books is just... it's common sense, you guys. It's common sense. The shift of tone amongst those 13 episodes is so incredible. Starting with these ho-hum lawyers who have this small practice and we're starting from the bottom and we're best friends. And then getting all the way up to taking down the mob and people dying and having some real consequences. This entire experience from beginning to end was just like an amazing adventure with tons of references to the comics and tons of references to other heroes and villains and crossovers and team-ups to come. I'm just so excited.
Maybe if he had an iron suit or a magic hammer, that would explain why you keep getting your asses handed to you.
I give Marvel's Daredevil 2 thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Mr. Wright. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.